Hello and welcome back to the Premier League Prediction Podcast. I'm Amir, this is Hussein, and we're going to be recapping last week's action, last week's disastrous week, and we're going to be doing predictions for next week. So do make sure to check out that video and make sure to like and subscribe and share this video and the next one as well. So Hussein, let's get started with last week. First up was Brighton against Manu. You had predicted Manu win.
Tragedy week.
I had predicted a Manu win, and Manu won. So
Yeah.
one prediction right for us this week. So did you watch the match then?
Yes, we got lucky with this prediction. Unlike the other predictions, we got really lucky with this one. Brighton deserved to win. Put Trossard in the post 3 times. Then we got some random penalty at the end. And after the whistle, I think, after the full time
After the
whistle,
full
I
time
think we
whistle.
got a penalty. Yeah, so yeah, we just got lucky with that one.
I feel Brighton were very unlucky not to score, but it was a penalty in there, and that was a penalty. It's a clear penalty. Moppa's hand is above his head, but Manu don't
Yep,
look good, very good defensively, and
yep,
but they do look pretty decent going forward. They created enough chances to win that match, but
yeah,
they're just giving up too much in the defensive end, and I don't think that's
yeah,
sustainable. Still, like we've talked about, all the posts that we've done about Manchester United have said that their concerns are not going forward, their concerns are at the back, but they're still
yeah.
looking to strengthen the wingers and the midfielders. They're looking to sign Alex Telles, but I don't think Telles fixes anything as far as the central defense is concerned.
Lindelof is concerned, yes.
Yeah, Lindelof cannot be starting for Manchester United. Neither Bailey should be starting for Manchester United, and they have to
Yeah.
sign a centre back. Until and unless they do, they cannot be serious as a top four. I don't think even they're a top four contender because Brighton outplayed them for most of that match and could have scored like four. So attack is
Yep.
fine. Attack can be improved. Like Sancho can add another dimension to it, but they need to step up with the defense first.
Yeah, and there's no rumors also of them signing any centre backs. So
Yep,
I think
they're not.
that's
It's not even
out
on
of the
their
game.
radar. So
Yeah.
that's a complete fail. Up next, then there was Crystal Palace against Everton, which ended 2-1 to Everton. You predicted an Everton win. I had predicted a draw here, so good for you. You got lucky there. But I feel I was quite on the money with this one. I thought both teams played each other out. That penalty is never a penalty. Handballs are messing everything up, and there's already been like what 8 handball penalties this season already, and we are on track
And
for eight.
six of them, the defender can't do anything about it. It's
Yeah,
just not possible
the rule,
to do
the rule.
anything about it.
We talked about
Yeah,
this last week. The handball rule is messed up, and
yeah.
6 penalties, handball 8 totally, and we are on track for 88 penalties this season. If this rate continues, there will be 88 handball penalties and a total of 292 penalties. It's like everything that we talked about last week. Take all the penalty
Mm,
takers in your fantasy
yeah,
teams. Just play your defenders. Don't give up penalties and get red cards.
yeah.
This is heading for a disaster. They need to change the rule, and I
I
feel
think they are planning to change it after December. That's the talk.
I think some teams are
Maybe.
going to be in the relegation zone. Some teams are going to be out of the top six because we're going to
Mhm.
talk about Spurs and Newcastle later. And Spurs cannot just survive that result because 2 points lost for no reason. We're going to talk about it later. But yeah, this penalty rule needs to change because I think Crystal Palace had a point here, and Everton would
Mhm.
have dropped 2 points the way that match went. But unfortunately for Crystal Palace, that penalty, there's nothing he could do about it. So, anything you want to add on this match?
No, I feel they would, anyways, they would still win.
Everton
Even
would still
without the
win.
penalty, Everton would go. Yeah, Everton would push for a win even after that. Uh, yeah, I think the bandwagon will continue next week also for Everton. It's going good for them.
Okay then. Then up next is West Brom at home against Chelsea. Both of us had Chelsea winning, and Chelsea didn't win. What happened?
Their defense messed up again. As we kept on saying again and again, their defense is not good enough. And for some reason, Aspilicueta doesn't play. He came on at halftime, and then they didn't concede a goal. Yeah, so
Not only
it
that,
says a lot.
it completely changed how they played after Aspilicueta came on. They were
Yep.
much more intent going forward as well after Aspilicueta came on. It makes no
Yeah.
sense to drop Aspilicueta. He's your best defender. Like no matter who you sign, he's still your best defender. He's one of the best right backs in the world. He's
And
been
most experience.
and most experienced player. He's your captain. It makes no
Yeah,
sense to
and your
drop
captain.
him. Makes no sense to drop him. But really, I don't think you. I think everybody would have predicted a Chelsea win here. But if you watch the match, Chelsea were good for the win here. They could have scored at least 6 goals
Yeah.
easily, like three in the first half itself. They could have scored,
They
and
missed a lot of chances. Yeah.
I think we highlighted their defensive concerns last week, and it
Yeah.
showed why we were talking about their defense. They make silly
Mhm.
mistakes, and they don't have the keeper who can mop up that mistake. Like a De Gea who did it for years for Manchester United, mopping up mistakes. They don't have that kind of goalkeeper. They signed Edward Mendy. Let's see if that helps them.
Let's see
But
if that works.
right now they don't have it, and defensive mistakes they're going to keep on making, in my opinion. But I feel they still had enough attack to win. I thought West Brom got a little lucky, but fuck Frank Lampard. A little bit of luck for West Brom is fine by
Yeah, they
me.
deserve a bit of luck. Yeah, if you score
Yeah,
3 goals, then you
yes,
deserve that luck.
you
Yeah,
deserve a little bit of luck. I
yeah,
agree with that. Then next up was Burnley against Southampton. Both of us had a draw. Uh, didn't work out. So actually, I want to talk something about the kids for Chelsea. Those kids, every time you wear those kids, Chelsea, you're gonna fucking lose. Okay, you cannot wear that kid. What the fuck is that? That ice cream lolly stick? It looks like that. Every time you wear that kid, you're gonna lose, Chelsea. And Burnley against Southampton, we both had a draw. Southampton won. You saw the match, or you have any comments on that?
Yes, so Southampton is just fucking with my predictions. Last
I
time
agree.
I gave them a win and they didn't show up at all. This time I thought they will, they might not be able to do that well. Burnley will be tough, and they went and they got a win. It's difficult, yeah, to predict what they're going to do next. We can't predict this.
Actually, this match was a draw. If the again, according to the rules, the linesman is not supposed to put his flag up until an action is
Yeah,
completed. Wood
yeah.
goes through clear. The linesman puts his flag up, so everybody stops playing. Turns out
Mm.
Wood was not offside, and he would have scored that goal because he was one
So
on
good.
one. And
One on, yeah.
Southampton created one chance and they took it. Burnley created that one chance which you called a fucking offside.
Yeah.
Like
Others was pretty boring match, huh?
referees are fucking up so bad this season. It's
Mm.
unbelievable. And Burnley could be looking at relegation because of this. These are 3 points or a 1 point, and it's £100 million decision. You cannot be fucking up like this, because once you raise that flag, you cannot call it back and give him that chance again. They created that one clear cut chance, and I think he would have scored. Wood had scored on that play, and
Yeah, he's pretty lethal in one-on-ones. You should back him to score
yeah.
that goal.
So I think on the play, I think our prediction was right. It would have been a draw, but
Hmm.
sometimes referee fucks up and fucks up our prediction too.
And we fuck up. Yes.
So
Anyways,
that was
next.
that was the end of Saturday, and we at this point you were doing 2 out of 4 right, and I was doing 1 out of 4 right. So it was a really bad day
Yeah.
until Sunday happened. Sunday
Which
we
went
start
worse.
which went worse. Yeah, Sunday started with Sheffield against Leeds. You had
Yeah.
a draw, and I had
Yeah.
a Sheffield United win.
Yeah.
Turned out to be a Leeds winning 1-0. But I saw this match, the whole match. Actually, either result could have been fine. A Sheffield United win would have been fine. A draw would have been fair. Or a Leeds United win, which actually happened, would have been fair. Both teams were really, really good going forward.
Yeah.
Very good defensively as well. But it was a very, very good match. One of the best matches
Sheffield
of.
just didn't get that goal.
Yeah,
They just
I think
didn't get that goal.
Melia pulled off 2 wonder saves.
Yeah.
Overall, I think Leeds created just a hair more chances than Sheffield United, and eventually it told just one or two more extra chances and they got in.
Yeah,
But I think
it's just one of those days, which just didn't work out for Sheffield. Otherwise, they had a pretty good game.
yeah, they had a good game.
Solid game.
They had a
What
good
we
game.
what we expect from them at home, we
Yeah,
got that. But Leeds were just little luckier, you can say, in
I
converting their
think just
chance.
just a little bit better, more. But I think, yeah, we have to give credit. Sheffield had two or three injuries that they were dealing with.
Yeah. And
So
and Egan red card also
yeah,
something.
Egan
Yeah.
red card as well. So
Egan red
yeah,
card. Yeah.
that about plays. I don't think we were that far off with our predictions. I think we were right with our predictions. Just didn't work out for us. Then up next was Spurs against Newcastle, uh, which we both predicted a Spurs win, which should have been a Spurs win. But again, the VAR
It's
fucks it. VAR fucks us so bad over here. Now I really feel for those managers, who last year were after every match were coming out crying against VAR. Now that we are putting our reputations on the line, how the fuck can you give that a penalty? I know you didn't
and
see it. I know you didn't see it. He goes up for a corner. He misses his header. Okay, he's coming down from the corner, and the header comes from behind and hits him here on this part of his hand, and he gives the fucking penalty. Like this is natural motion for going up in the air, man.
Yeah.
Like anybody who's played the sport at any level knows that if you're jumping, you can't jump with your hands by your side. Your hands will go up, and that's why it hits him, and he gives a penalty for that.
Uh,
It's
and
unfucking
with
believable.
or without the penalty, Spurs should have killed the game way before that. They just had to kill it. It had to be 4-0 or maybe even 5-0 at that time.
I
And
think Spurs did everything but that. There were three wonder saves from Cardalo.
uh,
Son hit the post.
one double save,
One
one
what
double
the,
save out
wonder
of
double save.
20.
Like both of those saves were wonder saves.
One
Okay,
double save. Yep, yep.
and Son hit the bar once. He hit the post once. Newcastle didn't have one fucking shot on target. They didn't even come close to having a shot on target. Okay, like, in what context can you give them a penalty? They were not even close to scoring a goal for 95 minutes, and then you give them a fucking penalty. Like, you have to take into consideration the context of the match. Is this a clear goal scoring opportunity that is being denied? Okay, that's when you give a penalty. That's
But that's just the rule now. Unless they don't change it, it's going to
yeah,
happen week after week after week. Yeah,
it's a fucked up rule. There's no way that action was resulting in a goal that you have to give a penalty. I don't think
yeah,
so. You have
I
to look at
agree.
it. And fuck it, I'm really getting frustrated.
We sound like a broken record, but actually it's the same thing is happening again and again and again and
Again and
again.
again and again. Yeah, we
Yeah,
actually talked about this last week.
yeah, we spoke about it.
Yeah,
It's happening again.
it's
Every
happening again.
week, four penalties are being given
Yeah.
like this. So,
Then
anyways,
up next, so we both got it wrong. I think
yeah.
everybody got it wrong. Nobody expected it. And Newcastle sucks. Newcastle are so bad, completely fucked by.
I don't know how they beat West Ham. I still can't
Yeah,
get over
it's fucking unbelievable. They threw all of us off, and then they showed their true colors.
true colors.
Uh,
Yes.
then up next was City against Leicester, and we both had City winning, and we had City winning comprehensively. Both of us had like a 4-1 for City or a 3-1 for City. But you got to hold your hands up and say we got it completely wrong over here. There's no justification for this. Leicester
Yeah.
out fucking played them. Okay, Vardy was
And I saw the extended highlights, and City were not even close in that game.
yes, I
Leicester
agree.
was so good. They were so good. You can't even say they weren't penalties. They were penalties. They
All of
were
them were
everything.
penalties.
Every
All of
yeah,
each and every one of them was a penalty.
yeah.
Really, really bad defending from City. Vardy was
And
so so
and
good.
they got that wonder strike from Mahrez at the start.
Yeah,
Where I thought they got their break and they're going to go. They're going to hammer Leicester City right now, but it was very poor performance by City defensively. Very poor. Every
I,
time Leicester City attacked, it felt like they're going to score.
not just defensively. First of all, I want to talk about Vardy. Vardy was so good. His movement in that box, how he got in between those defenders and got himself in between the ball and that defender.
Yeah.
Amazing. That's an experienced striker who knows what the fuck he's doing in the
And
box.
I feel he's become a little faster. For some reason, he's
I
a
feel
little
it's just
faster than.
it's clever movement. When you move cleverly and move at the right time, you just look a little faster. And
Mm,
it's a bit like what Suarez does, even still does, like Luis Suarez. Getting himself
uh,
and his big ass in between the defender and the ball, and then there's nothing you can do but foul him if you want to take the ball off him.
yeah.
So
One touch and you're down. Yes.
superb positioning in the box, how he gets himself in between those defenders. The other concerning thing for me was City were bad defensively, but they were really bad attackingly as well. Apart from that goal from Mahrez, they created nothing. There was no fight. I felt like City goes down, but City goes down like they throw the kitchen sink at you normally. I don't think they threw the kitchen sink.
Yeah.
West Ham were comfortable. They held out that game
No, no,
comfortably.
Leicester City.
Sorry, yeah. Leicester City were comfortable, and
Hmm.
City didn't even it wasn't like they were living on the edge and then scoring one on the counter. Leicester City went and did their job comfortably and won that game. I feel this is the worst performance I've
And
seen.
they weren't even hanging back, hoping that City don't score. They were comfortable. They were playing their football, like the West Brom and Chelsea game. Yeah,
Mm.
West Brom were actually
Just
just
hanging
hoping
on.
that the time gets over. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
but
time gets over. But
Leicester were
Leicester
not
City
hanging
were
on. Leicester were
comfortable.
comfortable. City at no point did it feel like City is going to come back in this match.
Yeah,
And
yeah, at all.
I feel this is the worst performance by City under Pep. I
I
don't
think Sterling it was not good.
I don't think Sterling
Was
should be playing as a striker, and he changed him at halftime. He brought in Liam Delap. I know they're short-handed, but again, there's
yeah.
no justice. You still had enough good players on that field to have put up a fight against Leicester City. You didn't put up a fight. I think this is the worst. I feel I think we have to revise. I think this might be a little bit knee jerk, but I think City. It's now 2 years now.
I
Last,
I predicted Liverpool
yeah,
title,
I think
so
you
I
predicted
think I'm
Liverpool
gonna
title.
go for
I had a City title win, but I don't think if they keep
yeah.
on playing like this, I don't think they're finishing third also because now
They'll
it's
they'll
two.
finish they'll finish second because there is nobody
Probably
close
okay. You're probably right about that
consistently.
because I don't think any team has shown us to be better than City as yet.
Yeah,
But
Chelsea or Spurs or Man United or Arsenal. What are they? Nothing.
they're not. But this is a continuation.
Maybe we get Everton now all of a sudden competing.
Yeah,
So
but
that says it all. Yeah, if Everton is competing for second spot, it says it all. What type of competition it's going to be.
what I wanted to say was they don't. It's not blip anymore. It was a blip at the start of
Yeah.
last season. Then after
Hmm.
they came back from the lockdown and it still wasn't a blip. They screwed up a couple of matches in the league. They screwed up the Champions League
Hmm.
quarterfinals. And now again at the start of the season they're screwing up. I don't think it's a blip. I don't think it's a trend. I think Pep is losing the reins a little bit. I think there's something to look forward to through this season because
Yeah.
12 years now. Pep has been coaching for 12 years. I don't think any
And I read somewhere it's his first fifth season also. So he has never been 5 seasons at a club. So maybe there is a way of rebuilding which he hasn't done ever in his life. It's not
maybe
easy.
maybe
Rebuilding
that
is
or
not
maybe
easy.
it's his 12th season. Like this is about the time the decline starts. For Mourinho it started in 2016 and that was about 12 or
Yeah.
13 years into his career. And the step is now not into his 12th season or 13th season. I think maybe it's
Yeah.
about now the decline starts because I think he set up the playbook for all the managers, all the young managers who are now making a name for themselves. I think maybe they're outplaying
And
him
now
at his own
people are
game.
able to counter it.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah. Yeah.
he's not able to adapt to the game the way it has evolved now. So I think this is something to look forward to this season. Can Pep turn it
Or
around?
maybe he needs 1 year to figure out how to change just a little bit and get ahead again because he's not actually getting that time with City because
Because
results, it's always result oriented and he's not able
yeah,
to do anything other than what he already knows. So maybe 1 year break might help and then he can come
yeah.
to Man United
Or
again.
it could be just as simple as getting Laporte and Ruben Diaz back into the centre backs,
Yeah,
and suddenly the defense starts
true,
playing.
true.
So we could
All of
look
a
stupid.
sudden, the whole team gets confidence that my back is secured.
Yeah, maybe it
So
could be as simple, but I
they,
think this is something to
yeah,
look forward to this season. How City and Pep evolve through this season. I think this is going to be very interesting this season. Then the next match was
yeah.
West Ham against Wolves. Oh, you had a Wolves victory. I had a draw. I really did think that Wolves would make things difficult. West Ham would make things difficult for Wolves. Uh, but the match didn't work out like that. I thought West Ham just dominated. I thought they would hold back and put two lines of four, and Wolves won't be able to cope with it. But none of that happened. West Ham just played a superb game. Wolves didn't show up, and there was complete
I think this was
domination.
one of Moyes' best West Ham performances. It was right up there.
It was, and the good thing
They
was,
played beautiful football. They completely dominated a proper attacking team, and they got their 4 goals. And then they kept a clean sheet. What do you want? What more
I'll
can
tell
you
you
ask
why.
for?
I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
Because Moyes was not there in the touchline. Moyes was sitting at home with coronavirus, and his assistant was in charge of the match.
Possible.
So
Possible. So there says it all.
that should
Says
be
it
that.
all. The manager must have told, forget everything Moyes said. Do your thing. Go.
So yeah. So how are we supposed to get it right? We didn't know Moyes was not going to show up. He's going to have corona.
Yeah.
There's no way you can get this prediction right. Okay. So I think that's
Yeah.
our excuse for not getting that one right. And then up next was Fulham against Aston Villa, and Aston Villa won 3-0. How did you feel about this match?
See, I knew Fulham was bad, but they were just playing at home, so I gave them the benefit of a draw. There was no other team I was going to give them a draw except Aston Villa. And again, Aston Villa dominated, and Fulham are just a horrible team. They're too bad. They can't stay up. They're going to go right down, right back down, and not qualify again. They're so bad. So
It was so bad that Paddy Power, who's a which is a betting company, they actually
yeah.
paid out all the bets on Fulham getting relegated this season. They're like, fuck it, we don't care even if they do get relegated. We're paying you your money right now. We're not taking any more bets on Fulham getting relegated. It's a true story. So yeah, Fulham were really, really, really bad, and they made Aston Villa look good. Aston Villa did look good against Sheffield United, and they made Aston Villa look really good. And
Yeah.
Fulham are going down. I think West Brom might have a chance of finishing above them, but yeah, West Brom I feel equally bad.
It's going
Just
to be
like
a tough fight
it's
between
going to be
both
a
of
tough
them.
fight. It's going to be a tough fight. And I did look it up. The lowest points in history in the Premier
Yeah.
League season is not 18 or 19, it's 11. So they're going to have to
That
be really, really bad. 11 for Derby County. Derby County,
Derby, yeah, Derby,
yeah,
yeah.
I
But
did say I got
I,
Derby right, but it was the points was 11. So Derby had a 32 match losing streak in that season. So I think the Derby County fans are setting up, malas and everything, whatever they can to get Fulham to lose 33 because only Fulham can break that streak.
yeah, but that will also be really difficult. 32 is even law of average is not helping you, yeah. How are
Yeah,
they
it's
going
not
to achieve
helping.
that?
But who are Fulham beating? Because they just lost to Leeds and they lost to Aston Villa. Who are Fulham beating in this year? Because any other team is much better than Aston Villa in this season. Maybe they beat Newcastle. I think would they
West
beat
Brom.
Newcastle? Yeah, maybe they beat West Brom. I think West Brom. I still feel West Brom. At least West Brom are playing hard. Okay.
I'll back West Brom to win
Yeah, I
against
would.
Fulham.
I would also back West Brom to win against Fulham. And the last match of this of the week was Liverpool against Arsenal. I just want to recap our scores at this point. You have two predictions right out of nine, and I have one prediction right out of nine. So all the marbles to play for here. Liverpool against Arsenal. We both had a Liverpool win, and this one came through. Uh, Liverpool are in complete control of this match
Yeah,
and
they
won
gifted
five.
one goal and they ran through Arsenal. They
They
just
gave them a
ran through.
gift. They just gave them a gift and still dominated completely. They could have had five or six goals. Arsenal could have had a couple, but like Klopp said at the end of the match, that's the risk you take. That's the
Yeah,
risk. That's the risk you take to outplay the opponent. Like
yeah.
you take the risk of conceding a goal or two, but they completely outplayed them. Jota looked really good after coming on. Diego Jota.
And one more small point. Any other team who gives the opposition such a tame goal, such an easy goal, for at least 5-10 minutes they'll be in shock or they'll be
Moping around or
feeling bad
something.
about
Yeah,
themselves. But these people in 2 minutes they went and they scored a
yeah.
beautiful goal, and then they
Boom.
scored another goal, and
It,
then scored
it's
another.
like
It's so easy for them.
it's like it woke them up, and they're like, oh. But again, I had said this like, there's no way they're gonna let Arsenal do to them what they did in the Community Shield.
Yeah,
They came out with a point to prove. They came out, charged up. Liverpool looked really, really good. They went at it like surgically dismantling Arsenal's midfield and defense. Amazing performance. This is the best
so I
performance
am telling
by
you
any team
right now, Liverpool are getting 90 plus points,
easily.
and I don't see any team even close to
I
90.
agree.
uh,
I agree.
we would say at the start of the season maybe City get 90, 91. City is not even getting 85. Forget 90. It's going to be
Uh,
a cakewalk for Liverpool.
I think it remains to be seen. I'm going to hold off on that because,
Yeah.
like I said, this could be the end of Pep, or this could just be a small blip with regards to the defense being out, or Pep just
Mm.
figuring out one change and everything starts to click into place. But
Maybe.
I'm not ready to do that. But it could possibly be the end of Pep.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do a recap. You want to do this recap, or should we just let it go?
No,
No,
we'll just show the points.
yeah, we'll
We'll
just
just-
put it. We'll just put it up. But I wanted to recap because Mohsin's scores are also in this, so we'll do a
he was
recap.
as bad as us.
Yes. So we'll do a recap. Brighton United. All of us had United winning. Luckily, United did win. Palace Everton. You both had Everton winning. I had a draw. You guys got lucky there. So 10 points for you guys. After that starts the bloodbath. West Brom against
Yeah.
Chelsea. All of us had Chelsea. It was a draw. Burnley Southampton. Mohsin had Burnley winning. We both had draws, and Southampton won. Sheffield Leeds. You guys had draws. I had Sheffield winning. Leeds won. Spurs Newcastle. All of us had Spurs, and it was a draw. City Leicester. All of us had City winning, and Leicester won. West Ham Wolves. You both had Wolves winning. I had a draw, but West Ham won. Fulham versus Villa. Mohsin went with a Fulham win. And we both had a
Let's
draw.
laugh at that sometimes.
And Villa won comfortably, and Liverpool against Arsenal. All of us had Arsenal losing, Liverpool winning, and that's what happened. Liverpool won.
Yeah.
So the summary is Mohsin got how many points? Mohsin got 15 points. I got 10 points, and you got 15 points as well this week.
Yeah.
Total.
So I just wanted to see the comments which we had on our prediction pod. Okay.
Okay.
And I wanted to see how many did they get right. I think everybody has got a 2 out of 10 or 3 out of 10.
I think
Nobody has got
I think somebody
anything.
got a 4 out of 10. That's
Yeah, I think Mustafa got four because he got a Leeds win.
yeah. That's it.
Other than that, everything is wrong.
Everything is.
Uh,
It was
yes.
a difficult week to predict. The total points
Yeah.
for the league as of right now is Mohsin's got 70 points and you and me are both on 60. I think we should deduct Mohsin's 20 points for the first week. I don't know why the fuck we gave him 20 points at start.
Yeah, we just felt bad for him, maybe.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's let him have it. Okay,
Let's
never
let him
mind.
have
Okay, so I think that about brings an end to the recap for the last week, and we're gonna be
it.
doing the prediction for the next week's results in the next
Yeah.
video. If you like this video, do like, share, subscribe, turn on notifications, whatever the fuck these guys keep on saying, and make sure you share it with your friends, and check out the next video. So we're gonna see you in the next video. Bye bye.